Hello guys, welcome back. Now listen, you might not believe this story when you hear it, and honestly, if you didn't know this event even existed, I can't blame you at all. Apparently, there's something called Barbie Dream Fest, which is basically supposed to be like a Comic-Con, but for Barbie fans. Yeah, that's actually a real thing. So the organizers brought in some big names as guest speakers. We're talking about people like Serena Williams and Angel Reese. On paper, that sounds like a pretty big deal, right? You would think an event like that would attract a decent crowd, especially with recognizable names attached to it. But here's where things start to get a little awkward. Because what's now being described online as a complete fiasco quickly turned into the opposite of what the organizers expected. People are literally calling it Barbie Nightmarefest instead of Barbie Dream Fest. And when the photos and videos started circulating, the situation looked rough. Angel Reese got up to speak, and the crowd was almost non-existent. Reports are saying not even 15 people were in the room. Imagine walking into an event that's supposed to be packed with fans, only to see rows and rows of empty seats. So fans who did attend were already posting online about how disappointing the whole experience was. What was supposed to be a dream event quickly turned into a nightmare. And look, this is where it gets real for a second. Because situations like this, they don't just happen out of nowhere. Either the promotion wasn't there, the marketing missed completely, or the audience just didn't connect with the concept. You can have big names, you can have branding, you can have the idea, but if the execution is off, it falls apart. Simple as that. So yeah, what was supposed to be a dream fest turned into something people are clowning online. And that's tough, especially for the speakers who showed up expecting energy, expecting fans, expecting a moment. But instead, empty seats. So, let's talk about what actually happened. Now, look at this headline, folks. Just look at this headline. We'll get to Angel Reese in a second. But Barbie Dream Fest? A nightmare. I mean, seriously. People paid $1,000 for 3 days of this mess. $1,000 for a pass? And this is what they got? Just look at this. Look at that. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Empty space everywhere. And listen to the boos. That's not excitement. Nah, that's people realizing they just got completely ripped off. It's honestly pathetic. Some people are already calling this a fraud job. Yeah, a straight-up fraud job. Because when you charge fans that kind of money, they expect something real, not whatever the hell this disaster is supposed to be. Look at this. This is on Reddit. Barbie Nightmarefest. I bought the pink pass for all 3 days. $300. Okay, so it was $300 for 3 days. Good God! $600 for a hotel, spent $1,000 to go to this thing. Immediately, I was disappointed, as getting to the convention was chaotic. Absolutely chaotic. Flabbergasted, I went to guest services and asked, quote, "I'm sorry, is this it?" The lady looked disappointed and said, "Yeah, we've gotten that question a lot." Now, let's look at this. What a mess. People paid $250 per pass, and Barbie Dream Fest turned into a nightmare. Now, this isn't all Angel Reese's fault. I don't want that to be misconstrued. This whole thing seemed like a disaster from the jump, a disaster from the start. But you would have to think that if you're as polarizing as people claim, if you're as big of a draw as your fans say you are, if the demand to see you is really as high as some of the Reese's Pieces say it is, then what are we looking at here? You guys know what I'm saying. Look at this. I mean, guys, that's wild. Look at this, folks. What is happening here?
Okay, here is another sponsor that we saw, which I have questions about where the sponsorship money went. Is there money? Because there's no cookies, and they make cookies So what did they contribute?
There's neon. Maybe that's the DreamHouse.
There's neon?
Yeah, right next to it. There it is.
Oh.
Is that the lifestyle?
I don't...
Look,
I mean,
this is where Angel was speaking. Right here, right here.
wow.
There's nobody down there.
Pose.
Nobody.
Pose.
Look at that.
Oh no?
What?
Yeah, that's how this is going.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's crazy. That's honestly crazy. It almost looks like a COVID-era event, doesn't it? Like people were scared to leave their houses. So you have to ask the question, was this a scam?
More sponsors.
Was it kind of scammy? Was this just a money grab?
They're
Here, I guess.
here.
Look at all the sponsors and partners for Barbie Dream
Those
Fest.
three are there.
With things.
This is the yoga
And
one.
this are yoga.
Dillard's has a booth where they have very, very cute pink outfits in a lot of different sizes.
This is real cute for the kiddos.
Yep,
This is here, Miss Rocks.
that's gorgeous.
That might be the yoga mats. Yeah. I think
Yes, that's the yoga mats.
No. Maybe. No.
I think the braiding loft.
That might be in there.
Yes, I think they're working with the
Didn't
glam
see
bar.
that. Didn't see that.
Definitely didn't see that.
Okay. Here said Angel Reese might need a new team around her because what the heck is going on here? She's a speaker at this event and basically no one showed up. This is wild. Look at this one. There's going to be this one dude standing at the front right here. Look at this guy. And then all this space right here. Nobody's there. Literally nobody. Look at this place. Let me just point this out before we keep going. If Caitlin Clark spoke at an event, and we've seen the events she speaks at, they're packed. Packed houses. Serena Williams was there too, and it looks like nobody showed up for her either. Look at this. We paid $250 per pass. Barbie Dream Fest is a nightmare. Damn, nobody showed up. You hate to see it. She's trying so hard to be Cece, but it's never going to happen. You don't have the reach she does. Be yourself, Angel. This isn't it. Right now, there just isn't that real momentum. Most of the support seems to be online, and a lot of it feels like people who dislike Cece more than they actually support Angel. She couldn't even sell out her LSU homecoming game versus Brazil. There were about 6,000 people in attendance. Meanwhile, Indiana's game with Brazil sold out a 16,000-seat arena. Cece really is the true stimulus package for the W. Now check this out.
Would have been able to skate in there. This was their Barbie Dreamhouse, a cardboard standing box with a VW wagon. It would have been nice, but the doors were closed, so you couldn't even go inside of it. As you can see, everything else was just spread out, open, very empty, very scarce, and it was just fee after fee.
Y'all, we came to this because it was so hyped online. It was, a bunch of vendors. They made it seem like there was so much to do. This is a huge space, okay, at the Broward Convention Center. It is empty. Empty, okay?
Would have been able to skate in there. This was their Barbie Dreamhouse.
You Sky fans, you guys gotta put some money where your mouth is. You Sky fans, you guys gotta put some money where your mouth is. You Sky fans, you guys gotta put some money where your mouth is. You Sky fans, you guys gotta.
Here's Angel Reese right here at the event, actually speaking, and look around. There's basically nobody there. Empty seats everywhere. For something that was supposed to be this huge Dream Fest event, it looks more like a ghost town.
And turn lessons into blessings. I think it's important for you to take every L on the chin and turn it into a positive and make it a blessing. I'm just so happy and grateful and graceful that I was able to experience everything in life that I have experienced, from the negative to the positive, because it has shaped me into the woman that I am today. I wouldn't be able to be here and be able to experience these things without those moments, and I wouldn't change anything. So I'm really grateful and graceful, and I hope you women just continue to dream big, have goals, know that you can do anything you put your mind to. You are next.
Okay, that's enough. That was posted by the Palm Beach Post. That video, folks, and yikes. Look, I'm just gonna say it straight up. Whoever is running Angel Reese's show right now, they seriously need to get some help. Because whatever strategy they're using, it's clearly not working. Booking her for an event like this was a terrible look. I mean, we're talking about an event where practically nobody showed up. And it's not just people making jokes online either. I've literally seen people using words like fraud when talking about this whole situation. Some attendees are even discussing potential lawsuits against the organizers because they spent real money to be there. People traveled into town, booked hotels, bought passes, and when they got there, there was basically nothing. And I'm not exaggerating when I say nothing. It looked like a complete joke. I watched a couple of videos from people who were walking around the event, showing everything in detail. And what did they have set up? Cardboard cutouts. That's right, cardboard cutouts for people to walk in and take pictures with. That was supposed to be part of the experience. It's honestly unbelievable. Meanwhile, there's video of Angel Reese speaking on stage, and you can literally hear the echo bouncing off the walls because the room is so empty. That's how few people were there. When a room is that quiet, every word just echoes back. It's awkward to watch. And look, this isn't meant to be personal, but you can't tell me the optics of that situation look good. Now, imagine if someone like Caitlin Clark had an event tied to something big like Barbie. If there was a Caitlin Clark-Barbie collaboration, you already know the turnout would probably be huge. The venue would likely be packed, the setup would be bigger, and the whole thing would feel like an actual event. Instead, this one turned into a massive letdown. Anyway, let me know what you think about this situation down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you next time.